In a small coastal village, there lived a young man named Ravi, known for his diligence and meticulous nature. From the first light of dawn until the sun dipped below the horizon, Ravi labored in the salt fields, carefully gathering each grain of pure white salt, never missing a detail. The villagers respected his dedication, yet they all noticed one thing. Ravi resisted change. Despite many suggestions to use machines to ease his workload, Ravi always shook his head. He firmly believed that only by working with his hands could he preserve quality. To him, any other method was an unnecessary risk. Even the smallest innovations were quietly dismissed. One day, an elderly man, once a seasoned salt worker, came to visit Ravi. Watching Ravi work, the old man said nothing critical. Instead, he shared a quiet story, his eyes gleaming with meaning. The story didn't directly challenge Ravi, but it planted a seed of doubt. Was he doing good work, but not in the best way? Far away in the hilly highlands, where most people earned their living by growing tea, two sisters named Mira and Leela carried heavy sacks of freshly picked leaves down steep, rocky paths each day. The work was grueling and the pay was little, but they endured it. It was their family's only source of income. One day, resting under a tree after a long trek, Mira watched older villagers struggle with the same exhausting journey. Her heart ached. Why has no one thought of an easier way for them, she wondered. That night by the fire, the sisters made a bold decision. Instead of carrying tea bags down to the market themselves, they would collect tea from households in the village, gather it in one place, and hire a truck from the town to transport it. At first, it was a simple idea, just to help their family. But they didn't realize they were opening a new path for the entire village. The plan faced many obstacles. Some villagers were skeptical, calling them naive dreamers. Hiring a truck was expensive. Timing had to be perfect, and quality control was critical. It all seemed impossible. Leela often wavered, asking if they should give up and go back to the old ways. But Mira stayed firm. She spent nights learning how to preserve tea properly, calculated transportation costs, and reached out to contacts in the market. Even after failed attempts, when trucks couldn't make the climb or tea spoiled from delay, they didn't quit. Mira began to see things differently. She wasn't just working for income anymore. She was building a more efficient system for everyone. She bought a few storage crates, organized collection times, and renegotiated delivery rates. Slowly, villagers began to trust the sisters. What once seemed fanciful became a practical shift, all sparked by Mira's unyielding resolve and innovative mindset. Within months, their tea collection model changed village life. Instead of each family hauling their own goods, they brought them to a central point and got paid the same day. The truck came weekly, carrying not just tea, but also hope. Leela's role evolved too. From simply helping, she now managed records, tracked tea quality, and communicated with households. Gone were the exhausting early mornings. The sisters had become a bridge between their remote village and the bustling market town. Their success surprised many. Those who once mocked them now came to learn. Some younger villagers began imagining similar systems for other goods: wild honey, herbs, and more. What started as a small idea became a ripple of transformation, all from one simple question: is there a better way? One evening, as the sun slipped behind the mountains, old Mr. Ram, the village's former chief, visited Mira. Sitting on the steps, he looked at the neatly packed tea bags ready for transport. His eyes glowed with pride. "You haven't just made life easier for yourself," he said. "You've helped the whole village think differently." Mira was touched. She had never imagined her efforts could inspire such change. She only wanted a better way to work. But now she understood. Hard work is essential, but it's the courage to think differently that can transform a community. Beside her, Leela nodded. She no longer saw her sister as just a tea worker, but as a trailblazer, someone brave enough to leave the old path behind. Since then, their story has been told time and again in village gatherings, as a reminder that while hard work lays the foundation, it's innovation that shapes the world around us.